I'm titling today's vlog, Advice to All You Goat Humpers. It's to all goat humpers, not just them what belong to the Taliban, or however you pronounce that. Gotta get another sip of coffee. It's kind of chilly in here. I've got the air conditioner on, and it was just 60 degrees outside. Why? No, it's like 80 now. You know, I did a radio show that got canceled due to music violation, so that way is the screen on my computer, and I'm using approved music for this vlog too. I don't feel like having someone flag it and say I'm using music I shouldn't use. Title of that little song coming on, I don't know who played it. I like it, and it's going to be my entering or entree music from now on for my radio shows, called "Give Me My Ya-Ya Back." Give me back my ya-ya. Excuse me. Give credit where credit's due. I need to shave a little bit around my lip. I've got a hair on each side of my mouth. Grows out of my lip itself. That's probably because I'm some kind of a space alien or something. Another sip of coffee. Now, what gave me the idea to give advice to goat humpers is this. My wife and I watch a British-made crime show, and last night it had to do with the Royal Order of Fusiliers. It's a British Army deal where they basically go and remove ordnance like IEDs and mines and stuff like that. And it talked about the Taliban in that show. In my radio show that got removed over my objections, but they removed it anyway, they not being YouTube, but being the company that pays me to do the shows, I talked about goat humpers on there, and how, and this is something I saw a video. Now, videos could be faked, I know that, about a lot of these Taliban fighters getting permission from their cleric or imam or whoever's in charge of their religion where they're at in Afghanistan. Go ahead and have sex with goats, but you got to kill the goat and you can't eat it because you defiled it. That is a screwed up religion if it gives people permission to have sex with animals. That's in direct violation of the Old Testament and New Testament. God frowns on that, boys. Well, he more than frowns on it. You know, you got your 71 virgins you claim you're going to get when you die, and if you die a martyr, boy, it's the right to paradise for you, and you get to have 71 virgins. What are you going to do if it's 71 virgin goats? There's too much. Gotta get another sip. And now I got a hiccup. I got hiccups from being overly excited about this this vlog entry I'm doing. There are several things you could do other than raping poor old goat. Surely you prefer women to goats. You shouldn't rape anybody. Have you boys thought about putting down your rifles? I know you feel like you're oppressed, and I know the Quran says to kill all infidels. I've got friends that are liberal that say, no, it doesn't say that. Well, Get you a copy of it in English and read it. Really read it. And all of a sudden, all this love you have for terrorists will dissipate. It'll disappear, because I'm telling you right now, it's kind of like that little gay guy in Holland or wherever he's at, holding a sign, "Muslims welcome, we welcome you." And here he is with his little knickers on and a bow in his hair and makeup on, and making a statement. Do you know what Muslims do to homosexuals, idiot? Yeah, if you get it, if you get the gentle treatment, they just tie you up and throw you off a 14-story building onto the concrete below. That's the gentle treatment. That's if they don't take a cat of nine tails and nearly beat you to death with it, then tie you up and throw you off a building, or beat you nearly to death and then bury you up to your neck and take rocks, and one rock at a time, throw them at your head and stone you to death. It's a horrible death. Part of it's based on the Old Testament. If men had sex with men back then, they put you to death. If women had sex with women, they put you to death. And if you had sex with anyone other than your wife or your husband, and I'm not talking same-sex marriage here, I'm talking man and woman, they killed you. I would say, how would you Talibans like someone to rape you, but I figure you'd probably enjoy it. Just a second. This is going to be a series that my crew, yes, I have a crew, I've got 3 guys that work with me, an adopted son and 2 sons, my boys. We will be making videos, and they're all going to be entitled or titled "Advice to You Goat Humpers." You know, it's not just the Muslims, Taliban and ISIS that do this. ISIS is a little bit, I don't think they do that. They go kidnap a bunch of women and just turn them into sex slaves, which I really hate. One of my crew said, "Man, they're going to come after us." I ain't worried about it. I got a pellet gun right back there. See that? Oh, you don't think a pellet gun would do the trick? Well, I don't advocate violence, but I deal with it when it comes to me. And it has before, and I have before. And even though I'm on a walking cane, I'm an old man, I'm crippled, and I'm fat and definitely ugly, I can still deal with it. Both my trigger fingers, and if those break, those work. And that's not even counting all the people that love me and hang around me that they too have trigger fingers. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't flag this thing and take it off the air, because I plan on doing this type video for a long time. Like, I made the statement, not all the goat humpers are Taliban or Muslim, and they're not. There are guys here in the United States. And don't tell me it's just a redneck, mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging thing. It's not. Lots of Yankees do this. It's called bestiality. God doesn't like that either. It's against the commandments. And He will hammer you, boys and girls. There's some women that do this stuff too. Can't we all just decide once and for all? Just put it in your head to behave. A loving parent, which is our Creator, gave us instructions. It's called the Bible. Read it and behave. I'm an old man and I'm finally starting to behave and never used to. But I am now. I'm working on it. And recognize the blessings you have. If you got up this morning and you had something for breakfast and you had clothes to wear and clean water and you can walk, you're ambulatory, you're wealthier than 89% of the rest of the world. And you're blessed. That is a blessing. Be content in your blessings and be thankful for your blessings. You know, I really had intended this video to be funny. But I think what I'm going to do is basically try to give some heartfelt and hard-won wisdom and give advice to those of you that never had a daddy teach you properly or a mama teach you properly. And all of you that are watching this and your parents did do a good job, you have an obligation to go ahead and help others learn to do what's right. Well, that pretty much states what I got to talk about today on this vlog. I hope and pray you have a good day. God bless you. I love you. And remember, this old fat man does love you. Bye-bye.